Hello, everybody. I want to come on here. I've been spending a lot of this week measuring work and doing a lot of bids and estimates and stuff. And I've always heard this trend, and I've always heard these comments through the years, and just being in the industry. And I kind of want to bring it to light. And answer a few questions. And like I said, I've just received a bunch of a few emails, and people looking for windows. They've kind of followed my feeds, which is great. I love it. And then this is that time of the year when we see an influx in window sales, because you're going to feel that draft coming through. You're really going to start when the cold does get here to Texas. It ain't gonna be this week or next week, but when it does get here, we're really gonna see, and that's when you're gonna notice the drafts coming through your windows, and the higher light bills and all that kind of stuff. Typically here in Texas, in your heat. So I've noticed a trend here, really within the last week and a half. Like I said a few weeks ago, I've been spending a lot of time doing installs. So my time on measuring wasn't, and doing that kind of thing wasn't really, I was kind of focused on doing installs. But even on the installs, I was still getting questions, and I was still getting getting those kind of things on, standard windows. I love the phone calls. Hey, can you measure my house? I have all standard windows. Here's the thing on that. There are no standard windows. Yes, we all know 2436, 3659, 36 by 72s. Yeah, that's kind of a standard roundabout idea of what windows are. But here's what happens. When your home builders are building your neighborhoods, when they're being built and as they're going, they go to the manufacturers and they buy thousands of windows at a time. They'll buy hundreds of doors at a time. So when you get to, they'll buy all these doors and all these windows at one time, and they're not that standard 36 by 52. They're not that standard 36 by 72. And then when you have, as you're doing a replacement part of the window, if your brick mason has any of them turned or anything like that different, then I can't put a 36 window in there. You might have a 36 window there, but I'm not going to be able to put a 36 window in there. And so when you try to go to the big box stores and buy that quote unquote standard window, you're not able to. And when you get home, you're not able to get it in the hole or in the opening, just for that reason. And that's why the whole custom window and all that comes from. That's where that comes from. And it's I don't advertise custom windows. I don't do all that. I advertise and tell you I'm going to get the windows going to fit your house. And that's why I say it, because every house is a little bit different, and it's going to be based on that home builder. And it's kind of a misconception for the homeowners, because when you get into your neighborhood, well, I have the same windows that everybody else does. Well, yeah, because the same guy that built your house, or the same crew that built your house, built theirs as well. So a good prime example of this, and where this comes into play and where it's really, really noticeable, is on patio doors. If you get a sliding patio door, I've seen it so many times, where the sliding door, the active sliding door, is on the outside. That means that was supposed to go to the house across the street, and theirs is doing the same thing, and that should have went where you're at. Starting to rain on me. So, and that's what happens is they get the influx of doors, and they get the influx of all that, and they just stick them in a hole where they go. They nail them in, with the nail fins and everything. So that's what happens on that. You ever wonder why your sliding patio door is on the outside of the house? You really need to call me. That is a huge safety risk, and we need to get that resolved really quick. Other than that, I mean, there are some nuanced standards and that kind of thing, but as a general rule, there is no standard window sizes. There is no standard door sizes. Yes, there is, I say that carefully because I know somebody in here is going to try to dispute me. Yes, a standard 3.0, 8.0, oh yes, obviously. But there are also those doors that aren't standard height. Maybe eventually I'll get into the door issues, why a French door at a big box store is only 79.5 inches tall when a standard is 81.5 or 81 and 13/16 tall. It's for the average homeowner is what that's for, and then why they do it. You have on the French doors, patio doors, you get into the standard heights, which is the 81, my height, and then you have the knockdown size of 79.5, which is a standard sliding patio door. It allows you to go from a sliding patio door to a double French, and that's why they do it. And that's why they're readily available in big box stores, so it makes it easier on the consumer. That's really it. There's a big difference between big box store doors and what I sell and what other vendors out there sell. If you are watching my feed, I'm getting a lot of attention over in the Kadee side. Love your business, I really do. But there's another company out there that I want you to check into. It's Replacement Windows of Kadee. They're local, really good guys. You'll still get me to do your installs. Like I said, if you're following me and you live in Kadee, or your mom lives in Kadee or over in that area, Sugarland, Kadee vicinity, get with Replacement Windows of Kadee. Kind of do me a favor. Yes, I would love to sell. Yes, I want to be a part of it. However, due to my footprint of where I cover, I'm not able to get to you quick enough. So if you would reach out to Replacement Windows of Kadee, Dan and Chris is one of the sales reps there. Dan's the owner. They're going to do the same thing I do. They sell the same products I do. I just have a little bit broader scope of what I can do. Really, really good guys. Love them to death. They're going to come out there. They're going to treat you really good. They're going to treat you fair. And then once the job's ready to go and they're ready for install, before your door gets ordered, they send me out there to do a validation measure, to make sure, it's the second set of eyes, and just to make sure, we're not going to miss anything. And, the date of the install, we resolve all that. Real good partnership with them. And another one out there is Sears Garage Solutions. They're in Sugarland. So if you're in the Sugarland, heading more down into the Gulf Coast, down towards Galveston, that kind of thing, reach out to them. And same idea, same thing. They'll come out there, they'll treat you good, they'll take care of you on the purchase part of it, and then they're going to send me out there to do the verification measure, make sure all the materials ordered, make sure everything's right, and then we're good. It just kind of frees me up, it frees my time up, helps them out as well. It's a great relationship across the board. So, like I said, if you're living in Kadee or you got family that lives out in Kadee, please reach out to Replacement Windows of Kadee. I'm still going to be doing the install. I'm still going to be actively involved with it. If you're going to be out towards Sugarland and Memorial, all that down south, get with Sears Garage Solutions. That's their area. They also sell Provia doors just like I do. Dan and Chris sell Provia doors just like I do. Like I said, and you still get me as your install. So that's always a plus, right? So other than that, you guys, if you have any questions or any other thing like that, give a shout out to me, and I'll see if I can answer your question. Other than that, y'all be good.